Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Johnny, and welcome to another Hogwarts Legacy video. And today's video, we are going to be covering the Fantastic Beast, or the Beast, whatever you want to call it, in Hogwarts Legacy. So one of the things that I want to mention first in this video is that we're going to be covering breeding with the Fantastic Beast. We're going to be covering as well as how they can be useful for you in your materials when you gather them from the Fantastic Beast, when you play with them in the area you're designated to. And the third thing is we're just going to collect them for fun. We can also go ahead and sell them as well for profit, which doesn't really sell them as much in profit, but it does give you a good amount of money. So before we start the video, I want to give you guys a bit of a background on what are the requirements for the Fantastic Beast in order to get started with it. So one of the things that I want to mention is that you're going to have to do main storyline quests. You're going to have to progress to a certain point into the story of the main quest that you get in Hogwarts Legacy. For example, when you progress through the story and you get a quest called the Elf, the Knapsack, and the Loom, basically you're gonna go back into the room of requirement and you're gonna meet with a character that looks like Dobby from Harry Potter, which his name is Deke. You will get this quest, and that will be one of the requirements that you need to do in order for you to progress in the story. The second thing is that you're going to have to progress more into the story later on. I recommend that you complete the second trial before you start doing the rest of the quests, because they will just automatically unlock. So the second quest, you will have to do a quest with Deke where basically you have to find his friend and you gather information, which will be a side quest. Now the quest will not appear as the main quest. This is a side quest that it is optional for you to do, but I highly recommend you don't miss the second quest for Deke. And then the third one will unlock in the second trial. Now, like I mentioned before, I actually recommend you go ahead and wait till the second trial in order to unlock the two other quests that you need to do, because that way you don't struggle later on. You do the second quest and then the third one unlocks, and it should pop up in your quest list in order for you to actually start the third and final quest, which will teach you how to breed. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first quest. As you guys can see, I already did a video previously, which I'm going to add into the part of this video. And then after that, we're going to do the breeding part of the guide, where basically it's everything that has to do with breeding with the Fantastic Beast. You how to upgrade your gear, making it stronger so you get more defense or offense or better stats on the gear that you collect in the wild, such as your legendary gear or any gear that you get in general around the game. So one thing that I have to mention right off the bat is that we're going to be upgrading our gear, and we're also going to teach you guys how to add traits into your gear. That way you guys can get more bonuses on your gear and make your character overall stronger. So one of the things that you have to do is that you're going to have to play a couple of main story missions or quests, whatever you want to call it. Complete a lot of quests, and I believe after you complete the quest where you get to Sebastian and you have to visit his homes, you get the simultaneously the both quests with the room of requirement quest with Deke. So once you get that quest that is with Deke, as I am showing you on the screen, I'm sorry if that sounds pretty funny, but yeah, it does. But anyways, once you get his quest with Deke, he will basically tell you how to capture magical beast around the world of Hogwarts. So just keep completing his quest, and after you do all of that, you will get a new room in the room of requirement. And basically what this room will allow you to do is put in your Fantastic Beast inside that room, and you're gonna want to go ahead and groom and give your beast food or do stuff with your Fantastic Beast, and they will give you like material that will allow you to add traits or upgrade your gear in Hogwarts Legacy. So once you do all of that, Deke will take you back into the room of requirement, and he will allow you to get a enchanted loom table. Basically what this table does, it allows you to upgrade all of your loot or your gear that you have currently, and it allows you to apply traits to it. And that's pretty much it. You can gather more materials as well from different fantastic beasts that you encounter around the whole map in the area. So there's definitely several different fantastic beasts around the game, different types that will also help with your loot. Remember, in that little room, you can always get them as well and collect them as well. But this is not a tutorial for fantastic beasts, so this is basically just to upgrade your gear, but you are going to require fantastic beasts in order to upgrade your gear and add traits to it. Anyways, guys, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to subscribe for more content. All right, after finishing the first quest, you learned how to do everything with your materials. Now we're moving on to the second quest, which this one doesn't really do anything in terms of teaching you about the fantastic beast, but it is definitely a requirement that you complete the second quest that you get with Deke. Now this one is actually only unlocked by doing main quests. You have to continue the story and completing them until you unlock the side quest for Deke. It's a side quest and it's a second side quest for Deke. Now, I do recommend you complete the second trial. It is optional, but if you want to make sure that all the quests appear without you struggling, why isn't it appearing? Is because you have to continue doing main quests in order for it to appear. So if you finish the second trial, you should be good with this quest appearing. As previously mentioned, I'm probably going to skip a lot about this quest because it really doesn't benefit you with anything to do with the beast. You just have to complete it. Basically, Deke will take you on a mission where you have to look for some evidence of his friend that disappeared or went missing. And you gotta go ahead and complete the whole entire quest. It doesn't really do anything with the beast, but it is something that you have to complete in order to get to the part where you're going to be breeding beasts in the final quest. You do, however, unlock a new area for your fantastic beasts or beasts, whatever you want to call them. So I guess it does have somewhat a significance for your beast, but it's just something that you are required to do. You have to do this quest. Now we're going to move on with the third side quest with Deke, which allows you to actually breed fantastic beasts in Hogwarts Legacy. But in order to get his final third quest, you're going to have to complete the second trial in the main quest storyline. So once you complete that second trial, you should know that your whole Hogwarts area is going to turn into winter time. That means you already completed the second trial. And plus, if you're paying attention to the story, you'll know that you completed the second trial. So once you do that, you should be able to get his third quest, which is a side quest with Deke. If you haven't finished the second one, it will not unlock. So you have to go back and finish the second one. But don't worry, after you finish the second one, you will be able to unlock the third one. Even after if you completed the main second trial. So it will automatically unlock if you finish the second one, and then the third one will unlock. But if you already finished the second one, then your third one should unlock automatically after you complete the second main quest trial. Deke will later then send you on a quest to actually capture two different species of beasts. Now, these two beasts are going to be a female beast and a male beast, and this will be required for any other beast in the future that you want to breed. So make sure to capture the female and the male in order to put them in a breeding pen where you'll be able to breed any fantastic beast. Now, I caught him with my Glacius control spell, which basically kind of freezes them. And then I was able to capture them inside my bag. And basically, I do recommend you use this spell when it comes to capturing beasts because it just stops them in its way. And it makes it really easy for you to get the fantastic beast. Also, one thing that I wanted to mention was that, again, the importance of him being a female and male will definitely be something that you have to look at when getting a fantastic beast that you want to breed from the wild. They really aren't that hard to capture. As soon as you use your Glacius spell, they should stop in their movement and then you can take out your bag. And then you just get like a quick time event where you just press square and you have to hit it at the right time. It's really not that difficult. It's really easy. Sometimes you may miss the button and they will escape, but then you can go ahead and try and capture it again. So it's not really that hard to capture these type of beasts. Deke finally then sends us into another area that you have to go. You're going to have to go to Hogsmeade and purchase a breeding pen spellcraft from Toms and Scrolls. Believe it or not, this guy is selling everything. So make sure that you have, I believe it's cost like 1,000 gold coins or galleons or money, whatever you want to call it. So you have to save up those 1,000 coins again. Make sure to have it. That way you can actually purchase the breeding pin spellcraft. Now we can finally go back to Deke in the room of requirement. So he will now finally unlock a room for us where we are allowed to breed fantastic beasts. And as long as we got the female and male fantastic beasts, we should be able to go ahead and breed as many as you can. So one of the things that I want to explain is that once you make it into this area, you're going to want to go ahead and put up your breeding pin. Now, the breeding pin can actually be put after you bought the spell, which was the quest actually require, through your conjuration. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. But go ahead and put them in there, and you should be able to put as much as you can in the spaces that you can fit. I put like 3 of them because I wanted to go ahead and breed more of them at one single time. So as long as you have enough moonstones, you should be able to do that with your conjuration spell. And then all you're gonna have to do is pretty much interact with this thing, and it'll tell you to manage beasts. And then you can put the female and the male as well. I don't even know if you really have to put the female and male, but I think it does. It is a requirement. That way, it can give you for some of them. I think for others, you don't even have to put both of them. But who knows? Maybe I may be wrong, but I'm just gonna stick to my guts with the female and male one as well that you can breed. And then you can choose the species that you're gonna breed. You can actually do multiple of them if you have 3 different breeding pins. So you should be able to do multiple. The only thing that you're going to have to do is you're gonna have to wait around 30 minutes for your offspring to actually start appearing, because it is a requirement for some reason. I don't know why, but it just takes 30 minutes. But you know, you can just let him stay there, and then you can play around, so you can breed the fantastic beast that you want to. All right, so I actually spent 30 minutes of my time and my life waiting for these offsprings from these fantastic beasts. All right, so one other thing that you can do with these fantastic beasts, once they are breeded already, you can go ahead and capture them in the same area that you got them from. And we're going to go ahead and go back to Hogsmeade. And we're going to go to Brood and Peck, a shop where you can actually sell your fantastic beasts. Basically, I do recommend that you do this if you're actually trying to get like a bunch of money or currency or galleons in Hogwarts Legacy. I recommend you do it because it's a pain in the ass to get currency, and trust me, they breed a lot. Even when you come back, your whole inventory will probably be full of new fantastic beasts that you acquired. So you may be wondering, why am I back at my breeding pen area? Remember, after you get your offsprings, make sure to capture them, because you have to capture them in order to keep them in your inventory. That way you can actually go back to Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade and be able to sell them to the lady. So yeah, I forgot about all of that. But either way, it's fine. Just make sure to capture them and go back, and you should be able to sell them. I'm surprised that these fantastic beasts really do breed pretty quickly. You get a lot of them after 30 minutes, so it's gonna be packed with fantastic beasts in your area. One more important thing that I gotta show in this video is basically how can you get different fantastic beasts. There's actually several different areas all around the whole world of Hogwarts. Basically, everywhere that you travel and explore in the mountains, there's going to be areas that are marked with claws, and these claws will indicate that there is fantastic beasts there. And basically, some may be harder to capture than others. I actually found that they had a unicorn in one area, and I was really surprised by that. You can actually get unicorns. And basically, just look around the world map. I believe there's like 20 fantastic beasts, different types, all around the whole Hogwarts map. And I'll probably show that at the end of the video, like different locations. That way you can find them. But in reality, I don't even think you need the locations. You can just find them on your own while you're exploring. They're really not that hard to come across by, because the game basically shows you where they are at in your world map.
Everything's all right.
And some bonus things with the Fantastic Beast is that basically there were some stuff that I did leave out, where I went back to Hogsmeade and I went to Tom and Squirrels again. Or as people are gonna say, I say squirrels. Sorry, I have an accent. But anyways, I go back to Tom's and Squirrels, and basically I went ahead and bought the feeder and a toy box, and basically use this to play with the Fantastic Beast, and you give the feeder to your bigger Fantastic Beast that you have as well. Now, I don't know what exactly that is a requirement. I think it's required. The feeder is more important because it's more required for you to be able to just go ahead and groom your Fantastic Beast, and then be able to collect its materials. So it might be something that is really important. I think the feeder is going to be more important, but the toy box is there as well, and it's optional. I think you should definitely get either of them at some point. So I do recommend you do that. Oh, and one more thing, which I think this will be probably the final thing that I'm going to mention, is that if you collect more Fantastic Beasts, there's actually challenges that give you rewards, like different items for your conjuration or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it gives you rewards in the challenge section where you have to press X in order to claim that reward. So make sure to capture as many Fantastic Beasts that you want, because you want to unlock everything. You're going to want to get your rewards as well. Plus, it's kind of like a Pokemon adventure. You just go ahead and do it, and you'll get stuff and bonuses that in the long run will be beneficial to you. And I think that pretty much covers it all. If I missed something, I'll probably put it in the description. Make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave a comment what you think about this video. Oh, and I forgot to mention, by breeding them, you will also get more rewards of spellcraft or stuff like that as well. So make sure to breed so you can unlock all of the challenges. Alright, so I said that I was done with the video, but I have to include this information for people who are still collecting Fantastic Beasts out there in Hogwarts Legacy. So one of the things that is kind of annoying is the final one, because it has to trigger the mission or side quest in order for you to get the Phoenix Beast, which you can only get one, I believe. You can't even get multiple of them. You can't even breed them either as well. So it's kind of like an exclusive beast that you can only get once, which is the Phoenix Rising. So people say that after completing several main quests, it will appear, and that Deke believes the Phoenix is nesting in the mountains in the far southeast of Hogwarts. So once you see this side quest appear up for you, that means you'll be able to go ahead and capture him. Now, one thing that I have to mention is that people are saying that it appear for them after completing main quests and finishing all of Deke's quests. They appear, or some of them they don't even appear. Some are saying that they captured all the other 12 beasts that are in the game, and then it triggered the side quest to appear and the Phoenix Rising. So I'm not 100% sure. You guys will have to test both of these theories out by yourself, or complete main quests until it finally appears after you completed all of the side quests with Deke, which we went over in the beginning of this video. So I'm not sure what triggers it, but something has to trigger it for you guys to actually get it. And you'll actually get a trophy and achievement as well when you actually get the Phoenix Rising quest. So basically just do the quest and then eventually you'll come up with the bird and just capture him and you'll be able to get him.